So we're going to go into 10 questions. Apparently, it's a popular segment, so we're revamping it a little bit. We're actually just going to go into it. These guys haven't seen these questions. I'm just going to kind of fire away, and whoever answers, I'd love to hear all three answers. Just let me know. So number one, for most foodies trying to lose some pounds, it seems like keto is the go-to easy solution. What are your thoughts on that? Is that a good idea?
I think it's at least from a foodie perspective, it's not a good idea because a lot of the things you guys eat have carbohydrates in it. So if your body's not used to eating, if your body's in ketosis, then you basically only lose weight while you're in ketosis. So once you start eating some carbohydrates, you pop out. So I think it's good for most 9-to-5ers because it gives you that consistent energy through the fats, but it doesn't really help sculpt the body. You won't really get vascular from it or see as much results. So that's why we try to dive down the keto route, but so many people like to drink beer, eat burgers and stuff, and it's just so hard for them to catch back up after.
This is a case study. My dad kind of did keto for a little bit, and he lost a lot of weight. But then he started seeing some problems with his kidneys. So he kind of stopped doing keto, and then he kind of gained some of the weight back, but not nearly as much as the weight that he lost, which is a good thing. I would say from that perspective, maybe, if you're able to stay consistent with it, then it's worth it. But you probably aren't able to keep up with that, especially with the type of foods that you're trying to eat that are delicious.
Everything that's trending, I feel like, has some sort of carbohydrate in it, whether it's ice cream from the sugar or it's, macaroni and cheese, you got the pasta, all that stuff. So I think incorporating just a healthy all around like 40-40-20 zone macros is a better bet, a smarter bet in my eyes, because then, I eat ice cream once in a while, I eat burgers once in a while, and your body still recognizes it, which is nice. So it helps it digest it better.
Alex, what's your go-to burger?
Well, for me,
go ahead.
My go-to burger?
Yeah.
Right now it's Shake Shack.
I want another go-to burger.
Shake Shack?
Shake Shack, the double smoke shack.
Oh,
it tastes so different. I got that with side to side with the Shack Stack and something else, and it's so good with the side of the cheese sauce. I told you I'm a foodie, guys.
Definitely not keto.
Yeah, definitely not keto, for sure.
Yeah.
So and B, go ahead. Oh, B, you were saying?
Me, when I started hearing about keto, it's not my thing. Like keto, congratulations to everyone that can make it. But for me, it's a no. I like to have a little bit of everything on what I eat. And for me, it's just, I wouldn't go that like I get like on a diet, on a trend diet or this, I just kind of balance myself, because I think my hardest part is not snacking. I love snacks, and I'm talking not healthy snacks. And, if Mexican food, there's this much of healthy food, if you see it. And I'm all about the Mexican snacks and stuff. So for me, it's just balance, know what I'm going to have for breakfast and just lunch and dinner. I sometimes skip dinner, I'm going to be honest. And that helps me. But going keto is the no for me. I see people going through that. I'm like, no, I like my meat with the tortilla or my bread, stuff like that. Yes. So that's a no. But yeah,
everyone's different. But yeah, you can't have a great Mexican dinner without tortillas or nachos or something.
We love carbs. Even Foodie Feet enchiladas.
We use the corn tortillas. We just don't put oil in it.
We have to have it.
Right.
Yeah.
So one big thing with a lot of foodies, I can say for sure, is taking home leftovers, massive quantity of food after you shoot it all. Say you do have 3 large pizzas that a restaurant gave to you after the shoot. What do you normally do with it? I mean, obviously for me, throwing it out is the least ideal thing. I usually sometimes just drive around Oreo Crossing and find a homeless person to give them to. What would you do with 3 pizzas if a restaurant gave them to you today?
I'd have a pizza party. Try to see which friends are free, and if they're down to come over for dinner, and just kind of eat the rest of it.
Eat leftover pizza.
Eat leftover pizza. Heat it back up in the oven, should be fine. But if not, then I would just kind of separate it for the rest of the week and eat it for like breakfast here and then a dinner there.
That's actually a really interesting topic because I feel like all of us are minorities. It's just built within us to not waste food, but in reality, if you put it in the sense of like it's sacrificing my routine because you already went there, you tasted the food. I mean, sometimes it does make sense just to toss it. I mean, if you're not going to eat it, you know what I mean? Because then you're going to eat the next 4 days pizza and, throw off your routine, it's just kind of like not realistic. I've really learned that part on my end to just toss it. I mean, I don't want to waste it, but, for the most part, try not to overdo it with ordering food and trying to take it home and stuff because it just extends your binge.
True. B, how about you?
For me, well, I always try, like, if it's 3 whole pies or something, I'll ask like around, like, you want to take it. I always try to like bring someone with me that I know that can take it, but I know sometimes that you have to take it. So what I'll do, in all honesty, I'll eat it, but not all of it. And the rest I'll toss it, I'll bring some leftovers, eat out of that. And then just like, unless JC's super hungry or something. And but yeah, no, I'll do that because I'm not going to have the pizza for the whole week there in my fridge just to wait for me to one more.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, our dinner schedules, you're probably bringing home more leftovers the day after and the day after and the day after. So it's just going to pile up. Number 3, you're hungover, but I think most of you guys are pretty much troopers with the workout thing. If you're hungover as hell, you got back from excess at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., what's the workout the next day? What is the best thing you can do?
Cardio.
Cardio?
That's cardio, yeah.
Sweat it out.
Cardio, yeah, you just got to really sweat it out. I mean, your body's not going to feel as strong just because alcohol does eat away at your muscles. So it's just, for me, it's like the quality of the workout. Now that we're getting super busy and stuff, it's quality, not quantity. And I've actually done like self-tests with myself and dropped my workout times and stuff. And I've gotten in better shape because I've had better quality workouts, ate at the right times. And if you're hungover, definitely cardio. Just like Stairmaster is probably one of the best bang for your bucks. Like 20 minutes, you're in, you're out, and you're like dripping sweat. You should feel a little better after that, and then just make sure you're hydrating better. So you're just kind of losing the toxins. Get some nice agua in you.
So Alex, sorry, can I ask something? When you drink, do you eat something at the end of the night, or you try not to eat? Like that's always a question. Like when you drinking,
I actually try to eat. So my problem for me is like the no stop button, right? Because if you don't drink, then you just want to keep going. So for me, if I'm eating, then I'll at least feel a little tired. I'm like, okay, I should go home, or else then now the 1 a.m. party just goes to 4 a.m. party. Yeah, you kind of lose control on that, right? Yeah, exactly. I keep going, and I was like, oh my god, now your hangover is like twice as bad. But I've tried a few things. A lot of it is like trying to do like drink as much hydration as possible, or going drink for water. So like you have to drink a cup of water to have a drink with it. And that seems to work okay. It's just like, man, alcohol just doesn't do well with the healthier you get, period.
Yeah. And I feel like when you wake up, well, for me, when I wake up the next day, I want only like fat, like burgers,
like greasy, whatever
like
food
that.
and stuff like that. So, yeah. So no, I do actually try to eat. Yeah, when I eat, then I'll have like a stopping point because I'll be like, okay, I'm full. I've got my buzz on. I'm gonna go home and like a normal human being. Then if I don't though, and somebody's like, let's go here, I'm like, let's go, and then really regret it the next day.
Yeah.
So for me, I try to stay hydrated throughout the night. So a glass of water with every drink, try to do that. And then by the end of the night, I try to chug as much water as I can before bed. And then I also use liquid IV, which is fantastic. It's like you can buy a big pack at Costco and just chug that down. And Usually I'm okay in the morning, thankfully. But if not, I found that I go into the sauna and kind of sweat it out for about 20 minutes. And I come out drenched in sweat and then go take a shower and then hydrate up again. And I feel a little bit better after that.
What is the liquid IV? Is that like Pedialyte?
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like Pedialyte, but it's in a powder form, so you can put it into like any water bottle or anything and just shake it up, and you're good to go. And it tastes, there's like a strawberry flavor, which is really good at Costco.
Cool. I'll check that out.
Yeah.
Shopping list.
Oh, yeah. These are all tips for me. You're just helping me out. So,
I swear by it for sure.
I only discovered Pedialyte because I remember some of my favorite rock stars, ordered it on their tour rider. They would actually have it in their dressing rooms.
Yeah.
The next day, and I'm just like, what?
So Pedialyte, it's a big bottle though, liquid IV you can pour it into like a 12 ounce and just shake it up and you're good.
Awesome. Done. Next question. Do you think the human race will still be eating meat in 100 years?
Ooh.
I believe so. I think it's so ingrained in our culture that it's one of those things where it's, I think humans are made to be omnivores. So I think that there's a new diet coming out. It's called like veggie forward versus like veganism. It's called veggie forward. So eating more vegetables and stuff is really just creating more of a balance. I think that's what everyone is leaning towards now. We've seen in studies in our business. We asked them, do you want to lose weight? Do you want to gain muscle, or do you just want to be healthy? And the last year is overwhelmingly over 80% of people just like, I just want to stay healthy. So balance is starting to become key. Mental awareness is huge right now. People just want to stay balanced. I think that's the most important key to happiness right now.
I hope so.
I feel like, all last year, I feel like all last year, like you see, like when everyone thought that everything was going to be closed and stuff, they just start buying things, like people just
go. Everyone started buying like the utility chicken.
Everyone forgot about organic. They just started to get their hands on whatever they have. They could. So I feel like people are going to still be eating meat. If it's available, I feel they're going to still do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. If
I
not,
agree.
what are you going to post, Phil? Steaks and lobsters.
It's got lobsters.
Maybe there'll be some amazing tofu al pastor in 100 years.
Oh my God.
But if you're looking at all the best food artists, they're still incorporating meat. So I think that's what I think is still to this day, with Traeger's and all this stuff coming out. That's why I feel like animal protein will still be coveted, because in the end, it still tastes fantastic. If you're looking at it from just like a straight foodie lens perspective, I would eat meat all day over vegetables. I just do it because I know it's good for me.
I feel like it will still be done. I feel like it'll get more expensive, just because the rate at which we're consuming meat right now is unsustainable. So we do have to look at alternative methods, like you were talking about, Alex, like veggie or like more incorporating more veggies, so you become more full, but still having that meat side of it.
Right.
And then as far as obviously water is probably the best thing to drink. What do you think about some of the other drinks like kombucha or coconut water? Are these things that should be in somebody's regimen? Daily life?
Absolutely. I think coconut water and kombucha, they're all great alternatives, because I think the main goal is if you can drink water. Like, water is easy for me, but for some people, they like to drink a lot of like soda and stuff like that, and then that's not a very uncommon thing. So I actually have a drink that I can't announce yet coming out soon. So you guys will have a nice little taste of it for sure. So
Ooh,
yeah,
fun.
Hey.
Yeah, it's a great brand. So
I think for me, I love kombucha. I think there's so many benefits to drinking it. I know it's not for everybody. It's definitely, if you've tried it, you know that it's a certain taste, and it's definitely acquired taste. What else? Soda. I don't drink soda, so I stopped drinking soda. Like I'll have it maybe once in a blue moon.